the House will pass the $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill. After that, it will move to the Senate. Their plan is to pass it sometime over the next 2 weeks. There is, in mid to late March, a deadline looming, and that is when the bulk of the unemployment insurance extensions and expansions end. And it's going to take a while to get it out the door, so they really need to do this rather quickly. We are all, and by we, I mean the American public in many respects, is waiting on the parliamentarian of the Senate to rule on the question of whether the $15 minimum wage is eligible to be voted upon during reconciliation. We've mentioned this many times before, Emma, but there are specific rules about what, and not just rules, really. I mean, frankly, it's statutory. There are laws as to what can be a part of a reconciliation bill. Reconciliation only requires a simple majority, does not require a filibuster-proof majority. It can only deal with issues that directly affect the federal budget. We will get into a little bit what the argument is as to why this affects the federal budget. But for now, let's leave it there and start with Wednesday night, last night, Chris Hayes asked Bernie Sanders if there is enough votes in the Senate to pass a $15 minimum wage, considering that there is a filibuster that still exists in the Senate, and you need 60 senators to approve of an increase in the minimum wage. Here's that clip.
Wasn't in this package. Like, do you think you could win a floor vote on it? If you just said up or down?
Oh,
no, you couldn't. No, okay.
No, you could not. As of now, there's not one Republican who will support a $15 an hour minimum.
Can't. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh, I just what you're saying, just to be clear here, is that if you're in a filibuster world and you need 10 Republican votes, you're saying there's not 10 Republican votes to raise the wage.
Let me be very clear about this. The only way that we are going to raise the minimum wage is through reconciliation or ending the filibuster. In my view, I do not see in the foreseeable future getting significant support from Republicans.
So there it is. There's only two ways to get a $15 minimum wage. That is through reconciliation or reconciliation, as the senator says.
I love his peculiar pronunciation of things. There's very few people on this planet who can achieve it.
Yeah, he does it. When he does it, it's charming. I often mispronounce things. It's not so charming.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Or the filibuster, as he didn't call it. In the past, Bernie Sanders has been reluctant to get rid of the filibuster. I suspect that has changed because of the nature of the Republican Party and the nature of the Senate becoming more clear as a non-democratic small d body. We know that the Republicans account for 50 senators, half the Senate, but represent something less than 40% of the population of the country. Because of the nature of the Senate.
And also because he's weighed what needs to happen to make this country an equitable place to live, or just a place to live where you can live. We need a living wage in this country, and he knows that's more important than the filibuster. I mean, I think I disagreed with some of his reasoning in the past on this, one of the few things I disagree with Bernie Sanders on, but he seems to, based on that clip, and based on his softening position on this, have kind of had a switch recently on that.